want to talk about something a little bit more serious than my last video. Um, I want to talk about how I believe everyone's been given gifts by God. Um, I think everyone has been deposited with something that they're gifted at, that they enjoy, and that they can prosper in, and that they can return like the Lord's investment in them to Him. That's something that I feel like not even necessarily every believer, every Christian, or every Mormon or Catholic, I think everybody has a gift, whether that's baking or golfing or drawing or tennis or whatever. I think everyone has a gift or gifts. Now, I'm not really sure what my gifts are. I want to know what they are. I do know I take enjoyment in drawing a little bit, but I don't really think that's I could be wrong, but I don't really think that's my like calling, the calling for me to enter that vocation. I've never really been that good at drawing, but I enjoy doing it. So that might be a gift. I've been told a lot of times that I'm pretty funny. I don't know, maybe I can combine my sense of humor and my drawing to make, funny drawings. I do that sometimes. But I don't know. I would like to know, because I'm like praying and I'm asking and I'm kind of trying to find myself right now. Not like in I just want to find myself like on an adventure. Like I'm really trying to figure shit out because shit's not working. Like working ain't working. Like I gotta figure something out, like realistically. And I feel like God's actually giving me some pretty decent instructions right now. I can get into that in another video, but I do feel like I've been getting some feedback from God as far as and I'm not trying to make this like a big spiritual video. I'm just saying I'm getting some guidance on what I should be doing right now. So I'm just kind of pursuing that. Because that's the only guidance that I have right now. But other than that, I think finding your gifts is something that really everyone has to do. You don't have to do it, but you really should do it. Because everyone has a gift or gifts. And because it's deposited in you, because you're drawn to something. It captivates you, it moves you, you enjoy it, you're good at it, you're natural. Because these things really need to be honed, and sometimes you got to make a sacrifice to really pour yourself into these things. Because I know it sounds selfish to say you got to pursue these things, but or maybe I'm projecting a wrong idea, but really I think we need to focus on what we're good at, so that we're not because people always want to reward hard work. I think that it's incredibly difficult to find out what you're good at, what you're naturally good at, and then just do that and then get really, really great. Even if you're not the best in the world, you could still, prosper with it, however that may be. There is something marketable about what you can do. Maybe not yet, because you still need to take steps to advance that. You still need to grow in your gifts. You're not just born with the ability to make a hole-in-one at golf or do stand-up comedy like a pro. There are things deposited in you that you need to hone. You need to discover what they are, and you need to pursue those things, because that's going to be a deposit by God into you, that when you figure that out, that's going to be what's really going to fulfill your life. Other than, of course, following God, having Jesus in your life is obviously going to fulfill you more than anything else, but being fulfilled in your calling, your vocation, your giftings, your ministry, your whatever. But this, just looking at this from a smaller perspective, because that's grand picture, the Great Commission, if you're a Christian or whatever. But from a very smaller, granular perspective, even for people who are like secular that are watching this, you have a gift or gifts, whether you're Christian or not. It was given to you and deposited in you when you were a kid. If you could find out what it is, or if you know what it is, or if you want to pray to know what it is, which is what I'm trying to do, it's really important that you find out what your gift is. Because I believe everybody has a gift or gifts. You may disagree, but I'm telling you, it's in everybody. One or more. And it's going to be something that you should really pursue. I know it might sound selfish to say, you know, not selfish, but it might sound a little like, I don't know how to explain this. You know, sometimes I'm good with words and sometimes I'm not good with words. When the camera's, I feel like I'm less good with words when I'm being filmed on camera. When I'm talking to people, I'm a little bit, my flow, my vocabulary kind of just flows a little bit better. But I don't want to put too much of an emphasis on gifts rather than like putting in the work and just working hard. But we really need to focus on what we're good at and just get good at that. I'm not saying everyone can make like a really good living off their gifts. Some of these things might just be something you do to serve others. Some of these gifts might be, you know, who knows? That some of them might be a good business idea. Some of them might be like just something that's gonna like something you can just operate in, something you can flow in and enjoy yourself in. But it's definitely something worth finding out. But I know a lot of people have kind of like lost their dreams or lost their way. Like some of you probably might be watching this like maybe like my gifting is sewing, or maybe my gift was perler beads or whatever, you know, whatever the heck it was. Like so many people probably just used to do that or don't do it anymore because people just don't dream anymore. Like people don't aspire to anything. And which is sad. I mean, even for myself, like I don't really know what to aspire to other than what God's been showing me recently. But I can get into that in another video. But right now I just want to encourage you to seek the Lord on these things if that's part of your faith. And if you're not seeking the Lord, if you're not Christian, just know that there's something in you to prosper already. Whether that's teaching people how to play ping pong, or designing cakes, or taking drone videos. I mean, there's something, I don't know, maybe your whole thing could just be like, I don't know, graffiti, spray paint art, who knows? It could be a multitude of things, too many to list. It could be checkers, I don't know, it could be anything. But I hope you find it. I hope I find mine. I hope it makes sense what it is and that it's clear. But yeah, I encourage you to at least just pursue the things you know you're pretty good at, or at least the stuff you enjoy, because that might be something that's been deposited in you by the Lord. So something to consider, and something to hold on to. Take care.